Daniel, I'm glad you came in today. Tell me what's been on your mind.
Something I find hard to explain. My English at work is fine. I can write reports, I can run meetings, I can present to my manager. But then someone holds the elevator door for me. Or I'm waiting for coffee and the person next to me smiles. And I go blank, completely blank.
That blank moment, I know exactly what you mean. What happens right after you go blank?
I say thank you, and then I look at my phone. Every time. I feel like a person who pressed pause on a conversation that was never really playing.
That's a very honest way to put it, and I think it points to something important. Most people assume small talk is about finding interesting things to say, but that's actually not what it is at all.
It isn't.
Small talk isn't about being interesting. It's about making the other person feel noticed. That's it. The moment you understand that, the whole thing changes.
Making them feel noticed. I'm not sure I understand that completely. Can you give me an example?
Of course, imagine someone holds a door for you on a cold morning. Instead of just, thank you, you say, thanks so much, it's freezing out there today. You've noticed something real. You've invited them in. That's all small talk ever is.
So it's not about me finding the right words, it's about responding to what's already there.
Exactly. You're not performing, you're just responding to what's in front of you. And here's the thing, the situation always gives you something to work with. The weather, the wheat, something small that you're both experiencing at the same time.
Clears throat. I think I've been making it much harder than it needs to be. I've been preparing topics, like a list.
A list? I love that. What was on it?
Things like local news, sport, the weekend. But then, when the moment came, I couldn't remember any of it, and the person was already walking away.
That moment has a name, actually. I call it the window. Small talk lives in a very short window, maybe 5 to 10 seconds, and the window opens when two people share the same space and the same small experience. You don't need a list. You need to notice what's in that window.
The window. I like that. But what do I say when I can't think of anything, when the window feels completely empty?
Then you use what I call a soft opener. It's a phrase that doesn't need a clever idea behind it. It just opens the door gently. Something like, busy day? Or, is it always this crowded in here? Or simply, I love this weather, don't you?
Those feel very simple, almost too simple.
That's the point. They feel simple to you because you're an educated, thoughtful person. But to the person next to you, they feel like an invitation. Simple is what works. Complicated is what closes the window.
I've been overcomplicated this whole time.
Most learners do. They're waiting to say something perfect. But the person next to you isn't waiting for perfect. They're waiting for real.
Real, yes. I think real is exactly the word I've been missing. Can we try one? Can you be a stranger?
A stranger. I love this. All right, we're waiting for coffee.
Okay. They're taking a while today, aren't they?
Absolutely. I came in for a quick one and now I'm thinking about setting up a tent. See what I did there?
You added something. You didn't just say yes.
That's the move. In small talk, you always try to add something small, a little observation, a little warmth, not a long story, just enough to keep the window open a little longer.
Add something small to keep the window open. That's actually very clear. I think I can remember that.
And here's the beautiful thing. You don't have to add something funny. You just have to add something genuine. If you're genuinely waiting and genuinely impatient, that tiny real feeling is more than enough.
What about when the other person doesn't respond? When you try and nothing?
It happens. It happens to everyone, including fluent speakers. When it happens, you do nothing dramatic. You give a small nod, you let it go. You don't apologize, you don't freeze, you just let the window close quietly and move on.
Let the window close quietly, without making a big thing of it.
Without making a big thing of it. Because here's what I know about you from this conversation alone. You're not someone who runs out of things to feel or notice. You just haven't been giving yourself permission to say those things in English yet.
So, you're right. When I'm speaking my own language, I do this all the time. I talk to people in lifts, I comment on the rain, I ask the barista how their morning is going. I don't even think about it.
And in English?
In English, I feel like I'm on stage, like everyone is listening and judging whether I sound natural.
And they're not. They're just waiting for coffee, too. That's the whole secret, Daniel. Nobody is grading your small talk. They're just two people in the same small moment, hoping someone will make it a little warmer.
Hoping someone will make it a little warmer. I really like that.
Give yourself permission to be that person. You don't need the perfect phrase. A soft opener, something real that you've noticed, and one small thing you add to what they say. That's the whole system.
A soft opener, notice something real, add something small.
Say it again.
A soft opener, notice something real, add something small.
That's it. That's the whole thing. You just taught it back to me better than I explained it.
I think this might be the best English lesson I've ever had.
And you know what the funny thing is?
What?
We've been doing small talk for the last 20 minutes. Real small talk. The window opened, we both added something genuine, and now neither of us wants to close it.
You're right, and I didn't freeze once.
Not once.
I think I'm going to talk to someone on the way home.
I know you are.